Hey, here we are. I think I'm right on the dot with 12:30. How are you doing? I'm doing great. It's Friday, which is even better than Friday because there's a yay involved. That's how I'm feeling right now. A little goofy, a little mixed up. I just wanted to tell a little story. I looked in the mirror because I was putting my hair up today. I looked in the mirror and I found I have a little scar there, and I thought, well, what's this little scar from? And it's actually because I had an earring there, which I kind of forgot that I had that there. And yeah, I used to have. So here's a little story about me, something you didn't know. I used to have an earring here, and it took forever for the tattoo guy to put the earring in there. It was like blood everywhere. My friend Jenny was like about to pass out. She was so grossed out from it because they couldn't get it through the cartilage of my ear. So I should have took that as a sign to um, not get it done. And before that, I had another earring here, and I had my belly button pierced at one point, and it only lasted, I think, a couple months because then it started to grow out of my body, which, yeah, like your body doesn't want foreign objects in it. Straight up. I mean, I don't know how some people have all these piercings everywhere and they don't try and migrate out of their body. So good for you if you have all these piercings. And then I got a tattoo on my lower back, so that's now gone, and tattoo on my lower leg, which is now almost gone. But yeah, I was in like a hurting people hurt themselves kind of a phase, and that's what happened. I did some weird, crazy things to my body. I think because I was bored and I used my body as an expression and blah, blah, blah. So I find it kind of interesting how, you know, we went from only sailors having tattoos to then pretty much everyone had tattoos, and now it's like tattoos aren't unique anymore. So what else can we do? So I'm not going to mention what's going on in the world, but lots of interesting things going on in the world because people want to express themselves through their body instead of expressing themselves through their words, because when you say something that may offend someone, you could have repercussions. So let's just, put that expression on a part of your body instead of through verbal expression. So that's something I learned how to do, is verbally express myself as opposed to need to use my body to express myself. And I find it's way more rewarding to be able to express myself with my words than tattoos and piercings. So, anyway, here you are. Here we are. We're going to do some stretching. We're going to do some deep breathing. So, comment in the comment box. Hello. Tell me that you're here. If you're watching the replay, whatever works. Yeah, I just want to say hi and see what you're doing and what's going on. So, it's Friday, 12:30. Maybe you're having lunch. Maybe you're going for a walk and watching this. Who knows? But yeah, so the benefits of deep breathing are you're going to increase your core. So you're going to be stronger in your core because we're going to be breathing out and engaging our TVA, which is our transverse abdominis. And that is the muscle that is closest to your digestion. Hi, Janice. I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, so we're talking about deep breathing and how it can strengthen your core, not only the top part but the lower abs too. Deep breathing will help to remove any toxins. It'll help with your digestion too, because we're going to breathe out and expand the belly, and that'll make more room for your digestive system. And then we're going to breathe out and contract, and that's going to strengthen your core. Like I said, it's going to help put you into rest and digest, and get you out of that fight or flight sympathetic nervous system that we're always in. It seems like as soon as electronics and all these social medias and things are supposed to make our life better, it's like made us all more stressed out. So not ideal. With the deep breathing, how we're going to do it is we're going to do 10 deep breaths 5 times. So let's just see how the first one goes, because I haven't been doing my deep breathing for a while, so I don't want to even just pass out, because sometimes if we give ourselves a little bit extra oxygen, we kind of feel a bit lightheaded. So why don't we just start with one time we'll do 10 deep breaths together. Sounds good. And so how we do it is I will show you. On the inhale, your belly is actually going to go out, and on the exhale, your belly is going to go in. So kind of opposite to what maybe you thought. But breathing in, we're going to expand the belly, and then breathing out, we're going to bring the abdomen in, and we're going to put all the extra air out with a little bit of exertion. So a little bit of, and that'll help strengthen that TVA. So I'll do it again. I'll put my hands here so you can kind of see a little bit better. So breathing in, and then out, and then in, and then out. All right, so that's the gist of deep breathing. Is there anything else that I want to tell you about? Even just doing that, I feel a little lightheaded. So if you're feeling lightheaded at all, just slink onto the floor and get yourself horizontal. Because if you're feeling lightheaded, that means your brain wants to go on the ground and be level with your body. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and especially hopefully it doesn't happen to me while I'm trying to show you how to do it. But yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna sit up here. We will do one set of 10 reps. So we'll do one time, we'll do 10 deep breaths, and we'll do it that way. All right. Are you ready? So you can even put your hands on your belly and just kind of watch what your low back does. So I am a little bit more exaggerated, and see how my low back arches? That's okay if that happens to you too. So we'll do number 1. Number 3. Number 4. So I'm going to pause right there. You don't have to be as forceful as I am pushing the air out. I just want that really nice contraction. So if it just kind of goes, then that's okay too. So number 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 'Whoa. Okay, let's talk about that. How do you feel after that? I feel great. Again, a little loopy from the extra oxygen. Oh, but I feel like my abdomen has opened up and there's more space in there. And this deep breathing will help you with digestion too. So, because we're opening up that space, see all that extra space I've made in here just by breathing in, even down below? That helps to reduce any fascial adhesions. Let's say you've had digestive issues before and it's kind of been a chronic thing, or maybe it's just a new thing for you. There's going to be some cellular tension, cellular memory that there's tightness and tension there. So just know that doing deep breathing will help to loosen that fascial tension and help to allow the digestive system to move a lot better and a lot more fluidly and easier um, than if we were to constantly stay crouched down like this. See how my back is rounded forward? If we're always on the computer doing this, then everything's tight here. It's all squeezed and tight and restricted. So, doing deep breathing helps to open up that area and that even that solar plexus, which is right here, right where the sternum and xiphoid process is, that helps to open up that solar plexus, which helps you to have more oxygen flow because you can expand the lungs better. And then it actually helps you to have more self confidence and more self esteem. So that's something that, well, we all want, right? We all want to be more self confident. And if you can do that in a way that helps you with other areas of your life, why not, right? So, um, oh, Janice, you can't wait to try this. Ah, that's so good. I mean, you can do it now if you feel like it, or you can wait till you're alone if you're not alone. Um, but yeah, I mean, it kind of feels a bit strange to get that brain body connection of expanding the tummy when you're inhaling, because you would kind of think that it would be backwards, like you would exhale out. But anyway, I don't know. It didn't make sense to me before, but it makes sense to me now that you want to breathe in and then your diaphragm goes down and opening and expanding the lungs. And then when you're breathing out, you push it all out and that diaphragm goes back up. So moving that diaphragm is also what helps the digestive system work better and to give some circulation and some flow to the digestive system too. So if you have anything like IBS or Crohn's, colitis, um, even gallbladder stuff, which I was talking about before, the deep breathing will help to move everything along and to give more space and more circulation and more energy to that area. What else do I want to say? Yeah, low back pain. Let's move on to that. So, with the deep breathing, I would say an ideal world would be you do 10 deep breaths in the morning before you've even gotten out of bed, at breakfast time when you're about to eat, because you want to get into that rest and digest and have more space in the digestive system for eating and putting the food in. Another 10 at lunch, same reason. Another 10 at supper time, again, same reason, to open up and get you in rest and digest. And then at bedtime, again, when you're lying down, doing 10 deep breaths. I like the ones in the morning and the night too, because sometimes I found that I have kind of a restless sleep if I'm dreaming a lot. Then I'm doing this breathing but hyperventilating kind of a thing. And so when I wake up in the morning, I do some deep breathing so that I don't just jump out of bed and go, okay, let's start the day. And I'm all crunched up here, can't breathe. And then after a busy day, I mean, we all have busy days and we all get tight and, maybe haven't drank enough water and all that stuff. We need to do some deep breathing to encourage oxygen flow so that we can have a restful sleep. So instead of spending all the money on the melatonin and things, all you can do is just do 10 deep breaths and you almost instantly will fall asleep, I would say. So yeah, low back pain. So I myself had chronic low back pain when I was a kid. I had this boating incident. That's all I'll say about that. But my spine got compressed when I was young, and so it gave me chronic low back pain. And yeah, that so instances like that, like trauma, can create low back pain, and also digestive issues can cause low back pain too. If our digestive system is in if it's inflamed or there's issues, then it will send a signal to your low back. That's just what the body does. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but I don't know how to totally explain it aside from just a trigger point kind of a thing. And then we can also have inflammation in our low back, just from, arching the low back too much, doing one of these too much. So yeah. So anyway, so that deep breathing will help your low back in that way, and then these hip stretches will help your low back as well. A lot of the times the glutes are really tight when there's low back tightness, and so doing these figure four stretches that I'm going to do with you now will help to reduce any low back issues, any inflammation. It'll stretch the glutes, and then you can therefore strengthen the glutes better after they've been stretched. Yeah. So, bring my little paper in case I forget anything. So, just have a seat on a chair or a bench anywhere, and you're just going to bring one of your legs up onto your other leg. So, my left leg is on top of my right, and it's just kind of right about where my ankle is. If that's uncomfortable, just bring your leg over this way a bit more, and then rest more of your foot on your leg. And so all you do is you just latch your hands on your knee and then gently just pull towards you. So remember, whenever we do any stretches, making sure that you're hydrated. So hopefully you've had something to drink. And we've done some deep breathing, so we're in a good rest and digest state for doing some stretches, and holding for 15 to 30 seconds. So again, there's a mind-body connection. So the brain gets a signal from the muscle cells and the tendons to stay longer. So that's why stretching works too. So again, 15 to 30 seconds has probably been about that, I would say. If you have any knee issues, just let me know and we can try and modify. But I would say most people can, I think, bend their knee and then put it on their leg. If not, there's other ways you can just stretch your glutes. So it's been 15 to 30 seconds, I presume. So now, instead of pulling up, we're actually going to gently push down on the knee. So you'll feel this one in the hip flexor here and the glute min, I would say. Gluteus minimus. Yeah, so this will help stretch your glutes. I can even feel that kind of going up here in my back a little bit, which is good because we always want to elongate the abdomen as much as we can. Oh, yeah. Just taking some deep breaths and breathing into that area too. This is kind of my stretch routine, is just doing deep breathing, stretching into the area, breathing into the area that I'm stretching. Nice. How does that feel? I feel good. It feels nice to stretch that front of the hip, and then this one I didn't mention, but you should be feeling it kind of on the right on the glute, all in there. So that'll be good. This is funny. I actually, I think I was wearing the same outfit too. I have a video on TikTok, and it's just saying, "Oh, do you have a flat butt right here?" Which is exactly where I just got you to stretch. And then I did this stretch. I said, "Pull up here, push down there," and it's had 170,000 views. I'm like, okay, the kids really want to know how to unflatten their butt. Makes me laugh. Anyway, so moving on to the other side, and again, just putting your foot where it feels comfortable, and just grasping your hands together, and you're just gonna pull gently. I want to see what you wrote. Sweet. You feel good? Jan, thanks for coming along. But yeah, it made me kind of laugh. It's so funny. I do these videos and it's always sort of a hit and miss. Like, who wants to see what? You know, that TikTok video, 170,000 views. It's like, really? You just want to know about glute stretches? Like, all right. And then all my other videos are like, I don't know, 400 views, a couple thousand views, but nothing like the 170,000 views. I'm like, this is crazy. And then I go on Instagram, kind of, good amount of views. YouTube, not really. Maybe like 60 or so of my videos. And then Facebook actually has my reels have been like close to 2 to 3 thousand views, which is so bizarre. Like, I'm not bragging by any means. I'm just kind of mentioning that it's just so interesting each platform, like what people really want to see and what they're interested in and what they'll watch again. So yeah, so I hope you feel good doing the other side. And so now we're gonna push down gently. This one's a little bit harder for me. It's almost harder to feel the stretch in my glutes. Let me see if I'm sitting incorrectly. No, that's pretty good. I do feel it in my ankle a little bit, and I think it's because that part's been really tight on me lately. But yeah, just breathe into the stretch. You must have been dancing. Okay, I gotta read your message. You must have been dancing when you saw the numbers climb. Yes, I was. It was so neat. It's so interesting, kind of checking it and then rechecking it. And then I'll tell you this, it's funny though, the more views that a video has though, the more potential there is for negative social media comments. Um, yeah, that video, interestingly enough, someone posted something like, sorry, I don't take body shame advice from strangers. And I thought, okay, well, clearly you are a hurting person because, there's nothing body shame about it. It's like, hey, you want to fix something? You got a flat butt that's preventing you from, having full mobility and all that, then you can fix it this way. I'm not going like, hey, you have an ugly body. This is how you change it. It's like, of course not. So anyway, I just think it's kind of funny. And then sometimes I'll look at who's commenting on the thing, and I kind of chuckle to myself because I'm like, okay, well, I understand where that pain is coming from. One of those people who needs all the attention in the world. But that's okay. It is what it is. Well, how was that? I think that feels pretty good, don't you? Oh man, I mean, let's just do some neck stretches just for fun because seriously, it's something that I need to be doing more often than not, and maybe you do too. I mean, holding a phone like this, see how even my posture is like this? Like, it instantly just goes into head up, shoulders forward. It's a heavy little device. It's a handheld computer. So anyway, that creates tightness in the neck. So just we have a couple extra minutes. So let's just do some neck stretches. So remember sitting on top of your hand. So bum's gonna go here. This is under on the floor. And then gently just pulling your head to the side. Oh my gosh, this is like the best one. So I feel that all right here. And I'll tell you a story while we stretch. So I feel tinglies in my skin there, but it's not nerve, it's actually dry skin. So we have a fireplace, like a wood stove, And all winter long, I was battling with dry everything, dry eyes, dry skin, dry hair. And I finally did something about it. I actually went on Facebook Marketplace and I bought a humidifier and picked it up. So I don't feel as staticky as I once did. Oh my gosh, it's like getting into bed and then the sheets would just be like just sparks galore. It's crazy. So it kind of made me laugh. So I just pulled to the side and then to the front. I'm feeling this one right here. And that sternocleidomastoid. That's a good one. Yeah, so it kind of made me laugh. So I'm happy that we actually have two humidifiers now, so it's going to be enough to do the entire house. And I am quite happy about that because that whole static, I thought for sure I was gonna set the sheets on fire. Ah, it makes me laugh. Okay, side and then forward, and that'll stretch the back. So yeah, kind of funny. Um, yeah. So how's the stretching feel? I mean, I'm glad that we got a couple neck stretches in. Deep breathing's gonna be great. It's gonna be good and help you with digestive stuff and just feeling more relaxed. And life will just be better when you have more oxygen. So let's do the other side. Um, yeah, even when you have more oxygen, it's like you can make better choices, you can make better decisions. Even when it comes to, let's say, emotional eating, that kind of stuff, if you have more oxygen in your body and your brain, and your gut is able to move better because of the deep breathing, then you. Oh, sorry, that was a good stretch. Then you'll have less cravings, less sugar cravings. You'll have the ability and the willpower to say no. Um, Reset, and let's go to the back. I did a post today about um, what did I do it on? I forget all of a sudden. Oh, values and non-negotiables and willpower. If so, let's say you want to change something in your life. You don't want to eat sugar. Your willpower will only take you so far, and that's the truth. And so, in that time, you need to have a habit, a new habit, and a system in place in order to not be tempted and swayed by sugar. So it's the same with everything. Same with workouts. And especially if you've tried these things in the past, it's like, well, what are you going to do different this time? Last time didn't work. You just got to do something different. And that's okay. There's no shame in it. It just is what it is. It's like if you just say I want to do this thing or I don't want to do this thing, and you think willpower is going to get you through, it's not. It's just not. And there's nothing wrong with us. That's every person. It's just habits and systems need to be in place when the going gets tough, when you don't want to not give in to the sugar, you know? And I always say people don't fail, systems fail. So we don't fail as people. It's just we didn't put in the right system or change the habit with something. And that's okay. Just knowing that is half the battle. So, my thing right now is I'm eating just fruit in the morning until lunchtime. And there's been a few times where I'm like, oh, I could go for something else, anything other than just fruit. But I'm like, no, Lisa, you got the fruit there. It's all cut up. It's all ready. That's just how it is. So I set myself up for success because when the willpower ended and when I wanted to just give up and not eat just fruit in the morning, I had it already cut up and it's in the fridge. So it actually started even before that. I went to the grocery store. I made sure I had fruit. I made sure that it's cut up. I made sure that it's washed. I put it in the fridge. I put it in the spot where I would typically go for, breakfast seed cookie or something like that. So it's just all about habits and systems. That's what life is. The more autopilot that you can make life, the easier it's going to be for you, including these stretches. So thank you for joining. Thanks, Jan, for the comments and for letting me know how you're feeling. And can't wait for you to try all the deep breathing too. So give it a whirl. Thanks again. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Bye.